What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. We back in this thing, man. One more time, man. Our Mavericks fall short, man. Against the Clippers tonight. 118-105, man. It became unraveled in the end, and we're here to talk about it. Here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? Go ahead, come in, get yourself something to drink, sit back, relax, and let that be known. Of course. What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. We watched a masterful coaching job by Jason Kidd. Man, he had them, boy. He was coaching, boy. Boy, what a lackluster coaching job by Kidd. There, especially in that third quarter, man. You talking about somebody to watch your team drown? He's the epitome of watching your team drown, especially when you know that you're shorthanded, your two best players on the team. The game starts to get away, and he lets them continue to go as if you just have Luka and Kyrie out there who can just right the wrongs that's going on. Like, if they are struggling scoring as they were in the third quarter, why not call and change the offensive set? You kept running the offensive set where you're running through Lively. It's not working. Change the offensive set. How about this? Let's find a set that's got Clay going, because Clay is hot. Let's find a way to get him open. Let's make them just have to double him and get the ball out of his hand.
Stop. You're making too much sense. Making way too much sense.
Oh, let's let Spencer Dinwiddie just keep going. He's playing awesome. Oh, let's let Zubac just keep killing us down there. How about let's just go double? Let's see if he can throw a tough pass out of there. I'd rather force Zubac to have to throw a pass way back out to the three-point line than to just let him continuously play one-on-one in there. But, man, I knew it's going to be a difficult game. going in. Quite just sure of the guard play was going to be tough. And the only two real guards that you really had was Dinwiddie and Gortman. Gortman's a young rookie, so he's only going to be able to do so much. You know, also in the midst of his mistakes, because he's going to have some. And then on top of that, Dinwiddie just wasn't playing good. He didn't shoot well from three. He turned the ball over, and he just kept waiting so late in the clock to attack. He would sit out there and dribble at the top of the key. And then once it's 5 seconds on the clock, now he wants to try to go. Now, yeah, you're going to get a bad shot because either you got to force something up or you chunking something out and they got to force it up. They don't even have enough time to pump fake and drive. And so he played poor tonight. Kid coached poor. And I'm going to say this, and it has to be said. And I'm going to message the Mavericks again. I messaged them not too long ago about Najee Marshall help. I'm going to message them about Maxi Kleber being on this team. Why is he on this team? I would just have rather you just play Powell tonight, honestly. And for the people who know, I am not a huge Dwight Powell fan. Don't like him. Don't want him on the team either. But at this point, what Maxi Kleber is the new Powell on this team. And I thought I would never see the day where I would actually say that about Maxi Kleber. He doesn't defend well no more. He's scared to shoot. He wasn't gonna put the ball on the floor. Like, what is he bringing to the table? Like, there has to be a trade. It just has to be. And one trade that I'm thinking of is probably the Isaiah Stewart from Detroit.
Oh, you want Debo in here?
He just brings something to the table. He's shooting a three at a high clip, and he defends tough. Like, we're not going to get something remarkable, right? Because they're going to obviously want a lot in exchange. Ideal, we would like an OB Toppin. We would like somebody, of that sorts. But they're not just going to be content with just taking your scraps and then giving you a gem. So, but Dallas has to make a move, man. They have to. And Dallas Stars, man, they got to play, man. One of them have to play. Like, both of them cannot sit out with a knick-knack injury. Like, I would have been fine if one played today and then the other one sat on the next game. Like, the standings are so tight that you just can't afford these games like this, man. Like, I would have been fine if Kai played today and then Kai sat tomorrow and Luka played, tomorrow or vice versa. Like, but not even saying you have to be 100%, but just your presence out there. Because when things started to go bad, everybody's looking around like, okay, who we go to? And the Clippers had that. When things weren't going good for the Clippers in the game, they had James Harden to lean on. He was able to get to the free throw line, was able to create some things. He was able to kind of settle them down. And we just did not have that today. There was no one that can settle us down. There was no one there that can make sure that we got a decent shot every time we went down the floor. We didn't have a general on the floor. It wasn't even tonight. Really, even wasn't about scoring. It was just about the the mistakes that were made. Like the fast breaks you had and you just turn it over. Like stuff like that. Like it's an 8-point game. You get a steal. Should amount to a easy deuce, and now it's a 6-point game. But no, you turn it over. Man, but it was expected, man. When you have both of your best players sit, it's kind of hard to overcome that unless the guys really step up and really perform. And we just didn't have that. I know Najee wasn't going to be A1 coming off of the injury. I mean, it's going to take some time to get back in the rhythm that he was in. He was in a really good rhythm before he sat. Clay is now gotten into that rhythm that we've been looking for. Into that, being that shooter, like, hey, you definitely cannot leave me. He's gotten into that rhythm. Quentin Grimes didn't play well today. It's with a grain of salt because a lot of guys are playing out of position, right? You're asking guys to do stuff that they're just not. That's just not what they do. Like you want them to step up and be number one scorers, right? And it's just not what they do. I expect more for Dinwiddie. Being a veteran, being a guy who's every time I hear people claims he's some number one one-on-one champion. And so when I hear a guy say that, I'm thinking like instant bucket. And I just say that because when I was playing, I prided myself on that. Like if it was one-on-one, like I can get a bucket. Like if you're not gonna help him, like he's gonna have a hard time out here tonight. Like that's how I viewed it. I viewed it as disrespect if you didn't help. Oh, you're gonna play me one-on-one? That's disrespectful. like yeah, I'm gonna go at him because I view myself as a one-on-one guy. And so when I hear him say that, I just have that in my mind, like, okay, like if they gonna play you one-on-one, Spence, like you need to be having about 25. It's almost like you're gonna say you're gonna play Luka one-on-one or you're gonna play Kai one-on-one. Like they start laughing, like, oh, okay, like ain't no help coming. Okay, cool. They start licking their chops, like, okay, shoot, I'm gonna really kill you. When you start doing that, then the doubles come. Now team starts to eat. Just like we see Luka do it all the time. Team might start out playing a one-on-one. He start killing them. Here comes that double. Now everybody on the floor is eating. And but not to be hard on Spencer, but I just when you say that, just understand expectations of me from me. It rises when you say stuff like how good of a one-on-one guy you are. It's like James Harden. Like James Harden, he feel like he can get a bucket one-on-one. So man, I don't know, man. What's your thoughts?
So Clippers 118, Dallas 95, severely undermanned. Because I know this morning I saw the lineup and I shot it to you. I said, okay, Luka's gonna be out, but Kyrie's gonna play. So we,
well, it was questionable. Cool. It was questionable. I thought he was gonna actually play.
That's what I thought.
He might play.
And so we thought, okay, even if Luka's out, Kyrie is still enough to get over the hump.
With Kyrie, we would have won tonight. If we had Kyrie, we would have won the game.
So we would have won tonight. And then, Kyrie became a late scratch. And so at that point, I really didn't take too much stock into the game. Now, of course, Kid didn't do his best to put the guys that he did have out there in the best position. Like you said, it was a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad rotation. Um, I'm not sure why he didn't play Gaff more, especially with Zubac, and as because he usually plays Zubac better than Lively does.
Well,
Uh,
I think because of like Gaff is not that good of a passer. So the way that he was having problems inside, I think what they should have
yeah.
done is actually trap him hard in the paint and force him to throw a live pass in the air. If you do that, I guarantee you the Clippers would have stopped going to him. They just would have stopped.
Well, I think Gaff could handle him.
Because he was giving Gaff work in the first half too.
Because I mean, I don't know. I think I would have just gave him, at least a few more minutes. He only gave him 14 minutes tonight. Especially when Lively started turning the ball over and getting some certain fouls and things of that nature. Not, and I'm not hanging it on live that that's the reason why we lost, but just to point out some things that
Well,
kid could have.
just look at how they did PJ. Like every time PJ would post up, watch how would cheat over to help.
Mm-hmm.
And now it forces PJ to either force a shot up or he had to chuck a pass out
Right.
to the 3-point.
3-point,
Like
yeah.
it's the same thing that Ty Lue did. It's the same exact thing, almost to a point to where they just stopped posting PJ.
Yeah, they went away from it. And then like you said, man, Dinwiddie, man, he
He was bad, man. Like
yeah, he had 19 points, but man,
it was a bad night.
it was a bad shot selection night for Dinwiddie, man. Instead of getting into the offense earlier in the play clock, man, he's sitting there, he's pounding the pill. Instead of trying to get an easy bucket, man. Don't make the game so hard, especially when you undermanned like that. You trying to get as many easy buckets as you can. And we didn't get outside of Nigel Marshall, who's coming back from illness. We really didn't get nothing else from our bench. So Nigel had 9, Gaff had 2.
That's why I said Gaff struggled too, because he was getting the ball and just fumbling down there. Like it was just an overall struggle, man.
Struggle. And then, and I hate to admit this, gosh, I can't believe I'm admitting this too. You have to play Powell over Maxey at this point. And
Well, I think what happened is they would normally play Omax there, but since you're missing Luka, who's normally able to play a lot of small forward for you, now Omax has to fill that small forward role there, and now you have the power forward role that needs to be filled. So here comes Maxey, but Maxey needs to be benched. Now, if Luka was there, then Omax backs up PJ.
Yeah.
And Najee backs up Luka at the 3.
Yeah, it's horrible to watch at this point. He doesn't even look at the rim anymore at all. And then he really doesn't give you anything else, no rebounding, not really any defense anymore. Nothing. Just it's wasted minutes with him at this point. So we definitely need to make a trade soon. Piece him and pile up. Let them get somewhere, man. I know nobody want to pile up.
Nobody taking that, man. You're gonna have to. It just depends on the quality of player that you're looking for. Like, and then Maxey's stock is down so low. It's not like he's been playing well. Or whatnot. The time to been to trade him was for the off season. Like they wanted to get a good bang for buck.
Now, let me ask you this: do you think we would have won tonight if Jaden Hardy played?
I think so. Because you went through those minutes, like it was like a 6 to 8 point game for like so long, and it was just a spell. It was just a spell of not like in those moments, like you had no one who could like break down the defense enough to where it helps your shooters out. So like Clay catching the ball, but like they own him. Like so Clay got to dribble and try to search and free his own self up versus your
Right.
point guard freeing
Setting
him
them
up.
up. Yeah.
Like you didn't have no one setting the one up. Like even Quentin Grimes, like he's got to put the ball on the floor trying to set himself up
It's
and
playing
so
outside themselves.
yeah, so like you have them doing stuff that that's not really in the wheelhouse like that. They are capable, but that's not what you want. You prefer your ball handler to break the defense down, like a James Harden or a Norman Powell, break the defense down, make the defense collapse, and then utilize your shooters. But it just wasn't enough to break the defense down. Uh then by the time Dinwiddie started break the defense down, like it was just,
It's hot
you
potato
know,
at that
it
point.
was just hot potato. But like had he started that in the third quarter, like Dallas would have been in good shape. Um or whatnot. It'd have been in good shape, and like this is where you miss the like like the wizardry and the ball handling of Luka and Kyrie. Like their ability to dribble in tight spaces. Like
Facts.
every time Dallas ball handlers try to dribble in tight spaces, a turnover. And so like to be able to dribble in tight space, to be able to get to a spot and make a decision. So, you know, um we'll see, man.
Yeah, they play them again on Saturday, man. I'm pretty sure it'll be a different result on Saturday.
I
So
believe Luke and Kyrie gonna play because
gonna
it
play.
was embarrassing tonight.
It was embarrassing, and they gonna go in there and spank them.
Even Ty Lue
And
felt bad for the Mavericks. Like,
man,
man, y'all just
yeah,
out here,
y'all
man.
depleted, man, and
He called a
that's.
timeout for us so we can get him off the floor because
I
we had
said,
no more timeout.
mm-mm. I said, thank you, Talu.
He looked at like, I got you, man. I got you, kid. I coach for you.
I coach you. You don't know no better.
And I'm gonna tell you the turning point in the game. Let me tell you this: when I knew we lost it, Dallas stole the ball. Dinwiddie, I think is it Dinwiddie? I think it was Dinwiddie. I think it was Dinwiddie goes to throw a lob to Omax, and I believe was it Dunn or what? Who was it?
What's the other
Kevin
boy?
Porter. It was
Kev,
Kevin Porter.
Kevin Porter
Kevin
Jr.
Porter knocked the ball out, and they
Mm-hmm.
called Clippers ball. When he didn't challenge that call, I said,
Omax turned around and was like,
he was like, he hit it out. He deflected it. That's why I didn't get it. When he didn't challenge that, I said we lost. It was like a whole momentum shift. At that moment, everything went downhill.
and then it happened on your end. So what was you looking at?
For a replay, because kid, you know how he is. He want to look up at the big screen.
But then the one he challenged, you shouldn't have challenged.
It was a foul. I was
a
like,
foul. You can't put your hand.
Why would you challenge this? Like, it's too much contact. Like for them not to call. I understand if he got him on the hand or something like that, or if you thought it was a kick out.
You got the hand on his hip.
But he got his whole hand on his hip. Like, why would you challenge that? Like, you take a risk at that and not at the risk that could actually
facts save possession.
Not only save possession, but if you get the ball back, you cut it to a 6-point game.
Mm-hmm. But you challenged something that he had a hand on his hip and he was in his landing space.
This is what we mean about bad coaching. Like that's bad coaching. Like that was a huge momentum shift when he didn't do that. Like this is what we mean about him, like bad coaching, like how Luka and Kai they bail him out a lot of times. Because they are just so wizardry on the court that he really doesn't have to really do anything. Like they're just that good to where they can just turn it on and be like, it's on us. Like look at the changes that no watching. I watched the changes that Ty Lue made in the game, like subtle changes that he will make that will make the world of difference in the game. And one of the changes he made was he stopped screening with Zubox.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts screening with a guard. So he starts
Guard.
screening with
Mm-hmm.
Norman Powell,
Wow.
uh,
Coffee.
Coffee, or Platoon. He started screening with guys like
Mm-hmm.
that. And what they did was when he made the screen and allowed Harden to come off, as Harden is going to the rim, he knows that the big man is going to slide over.
Yep.
And he's going to take that. So now either Zubox open or 3-pointer is open.
Open.
But
Yep.
what happens was when he was screening with Zubox earlier, what Dallas was doing was trapping Harden, making him pass it to Zubac
Pass.
early,
Yep.
and Zubac had to just hold the ball because it was out he was up too high. And so Ty Lue made the adjustment and say, you know what? Okay, they trapping him off of that. Let's move him out of the pick and roll because he's getting the ball too high. And that subtle change changed their whole offense. And I think Dallas could have did a lot of the same with screening with PJ, screening with Clay, screening with Grimes. If you screen with the guard on guard, and you start letting Dinwiddie go downhill off of that, and you make that big step up to help, the lob is there.
It's there. It opens up a whole lot of things. Facts.
Instead of screening with the big, then you have to dump it over to the big. Now he's too high. So now you're seeing a lot of our bigs at the 3-point line just doing this.
Yes, holding it. Yep. And tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Like that's what we mean about like bad coaching, like not coaching your guys to a win. Like Kid could have actually coached him to a win tonight. He could have actually stole that game. He could have just outcoached Ty Lue. Ty Lue outcoached Kid tonight.
That's facts.
Even though Ty Lue was more equipped because you got one of your star players on the floor. Still,
we was in the game.
We was in the game, and the game was really anybody's at one point, especially in the fourth quarter. We had cut it to 8. It was like the game is there.
That's facts.
And then you go small, but you go small with Maxi Kleber. I would rather you had just went small with the White Powell. I'm thinking like, okay, you're going small, you want to spread the floor, but Maxi won't shoot.
Don't even look at the rim.
So having him out there is pointless. He had not a clue what he was doing. He was looking at the bench like, I ain't got Luka Kyrie down there. They want to play.
They want to play. I think everybody that suited up played tonight.
Not everybody. Twin didn't play.
Oh no, OG got in there then when Ty Lue got the timeout. Yeah, OG got in there and Powell got in there. Because it's only just a couple minutes, but still, everybody on the bench played. So
you talking about it during the headlights? Kid was looking like he didn't know what to do. He had not a clue what to do.
That's what separates good coaches from great coaches. When you're not playing with a full deck, can you still get a win? And tonight proved that, especially with us staying in the game until, closer to the end.
I mean, because the guys play hard, man. They play hard.
But and it was there for the taking, and
they play hard, man. But you're talent deficient. So when you know that, you go and look to exploit certain things, and don't just let the game just play out and let the guys sort of just do whatever, because now they get into things that they're not good at. Like, you don't have Luka and Kyrie. Like, you can't do whatever. Like, when Luka's out there, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do offensively.
Facts.
Because he's just that type of guy. You have a guy who can shoot, he can drive. His passing is probably top 2 in the league out of him and Jokic. Like, for us making any type of pass and putting it pinpoint, like, he can just make things happen. And you have Kai, who just a bucket. Like, it's just a bucket. And when you don't have that, then you go and you look to exploit what's working. If Clay is hitting, look to exploit that. I would have had Clay running off so many screens, it would have went back to old Golden State days.
Old Golden State.
They would have had the day near trap Clay. And I would have told Clay, look, when you come off that screen, you let this sucker fire. You let it go.
Facts. You got the, I mean, you already got the green light, but you got the ultimate green light tonight.
We need you tonight. We need you tonight.
Because Clay got 17 shots. He would have had close to 30 shots tonight.
We need you tonight. I want you to put them up there now. Because you're the only one that's got something going. And you're the only one that has the poise. Like, when things got shaky, you can see the poise in guys. Like, they were uneasy. Like Dinwiddie, uneasy. PJ got a little uneasy. Like, guys got uneasy to the point to where they felt like, I gotta force something. I gotta force it. Instead of locating.
That's the last thing you want to do.
Instead of locating, like, man, what we been good at? Oh, shoot, Clay. Been freaking on fire.
Yeah. 9-17, so
let's get him on the move.
Facts. But yeah, man, this is one. Man, we're gonna just chalk it up and
it was gonna be a hard game to win with both of those guys out. But I was hoping that Kid would be able to manipulate the game enough to, hopefully get them a win, or when it comes down to it, we had a shot at the end, whether it came down to a last shot or whatever. And he just couldn't, man. Like, the Clippers went on a run, and he just let the run continue to go all the way up to 16 points. And you thinking, I'm saying, man, you don't have Luka or Kai out there. You just can't just let it keep going. And I understand doing that if you got stars out there and they'll get it going. But when you don't, man, you have to call timeout. You have to.
You have to coach the game different according to your personnel. And he just tried to go status quo. And that's not going to work. And it didn't work.
Like, the guys' fault, man. They stayed in there. They stayed in there, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was like an 8-point game for the longest. They was going tit for tat, like, trying to stay in the game.
Right.
And, like, you just have to help your team out, man. It's just subtle things. Like, you just have to help out. Switching your traps up. Trapping Zubac sometimes, and sometimes don't trap him. Like, play with his mind.
Play with his mind. Yep. Mix it up.
One play down, I hard trap him. Ugh. Next time he get the ball,
he gonna hesitate
with the stunt. He gonna hold it and see if you coming. Like, stuff like that messes with guys' mind, throws his rhythm off.
He end up maybe traveling or throwing errant pass, fumble the ball,
miss it. Just like, I'm out of rhythm, like, and so, like, stuff like that is coaching. Like, and I know this from growing up in and playing ball. Like, I had different coaches growing up through the ranks of AAU, different things, and I had good coaches, had bad coaches. I had coaches to a win that we had no business winning. Like, we played a team that was better than us. They was higher ranked in the country. We had no business winning that game. they had so many D1 players on their team. We had no business winning that game, and we won that game because our coached his tail off. Stunts and blitzes and fake blitzes. I mean, just so much stuff. Running off screens and backdoor cuts. When to cut, like when to call timeout. Switching the defensive coverages. Going from man. Going to a 1-2-2. Going to different things. And when the offense comes down, they don't know what the heck to expect.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what to expect because they've seen so many defenses. They don't know we trapping this time. We ain't trapping the last 2 times. He don't know we come trap him this time. Like he just don't like guys are. It makes him uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them hesitate. It throws them out of rhythm. And that's what you want to do to a good offensive player. You want to be able to throw him out of rhythm.
Nah, man. What do you think about your? And it seemed like every time he played the Mavericks, he do this. Chris Dunn. It seemed like every time
He want to fight.
he wanted to fight.
You see, Luka.
Every single time.
Luka gonna point out like, I know you.
I know you. You know you just trying to fight. And they threw it ran out. You shouldn't have been fighting. Go chop young fella in their throat, man.
You gonna chop him in his throat like that and looking like, why you throw him out? Like, cause you chopped him.
Chopped him. He
basically threw a punch. Like you can't do that. Like it'd been one thing if you pushed him or whatever, and then you just got a flagrant. But when you throw a punch like that,
like that's your first thought that came to your mind when he got on your hip was just to throw a punch to his throat. That's your first thought.
Young fella was getting into him, and he didn't like it, and he looked and seen it's a rookie, so he thought that he gonna try to chomp him, And rookie, he kept his cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep my money.
He's like, I'm barely here.
Keep my money. I'm on the minimum. Like, I can't afford no $50,000 fine.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be borrowing money. Like, I can't afford that, bro.
No sir.
I'm on a $500,000 contract, and half of that went to Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam and agent fees and all that stuff.
Agent fees, everything. I walked home with like $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got to take care of myself, and I got insurance. You got league fees. Like people don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to pay league fees, like for your pension and stuff like that. Like you have to pay league fees.
No, for sure.
Like that's how guys get pensions and stuff after the NBA because of those league fees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, like all of that. So you're probably getting down to 150,000.
Facts.
And then you're gonna talk about you're gonna give 50 of it to the NBA for a flagrant foul, man.
You crazy.
Young fella stood there like, hey man.
Mm-mm. I need all my coins.
I throw this punch back.
I need all of my coins.
They throw me out. I'm gonna get tossed out the game, and then I'm gonna have to pay $100. I'm gonna have to pay $50,000 for throwing the punch.
Mm-mm. No sir. We got another subscriber, man. Shout out to Jonathan, man.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
I salute, man. I appreciate you and appreciate the support, man, for sure.
For sure, man. Appreciate the love. Man. Yeah, we're here covering the team, man. We're big time Mavs fans, man. We rock with the team. We've been here, man, at the extreme low of the team, man. We've been here on the bad days, man. Now that we have a pretty good squad and we're here rocking, man. And one thing I want to touch on too, Mavericks got a new CEO.
Yeah.
We got a new CEO. who just took over for um who just took over for the lady who was there. I can't think of her name.
Sent Marshall.
Sent Marshall. So Rick Welts is his name. He took over. I know he was working with Golden State for some time there.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Everyone is raving about, how good of a job he does, and um,
Hall
everyone
of
is
Famer.
everyone is wondering why did Dallas do this, or why the change. The reason why Dallas had made this move is because of marketing and branding. Dallas is trying to become a big market. Just how he helped Golden State become a big market.
Took them from Oakland to San Francisco.
So Dallas became a big market. I mean, Golden State became a big market.
Mm-hmm.
He helped the brand move as well as the team was getting better. As the team was getting better, the brand was getting better. And so Dallas wants to mirror the same thing. Like, we're getting better and better, but our brand really ain't moved. Like, the brand ain't moved. I guarantee you, had Dallas been a big market, Luka would have won MVP.
Facts.
Luka would have won MVP. But it was a branding thing. Dallas is getting ready to do some things that's going to help the team's branding and grow.
It's gonna change the game.
And so this is one of the things that I think that they'll be overlooked. Like, when you look at teams and stuff like that. Like, when you look at teams that won championships, like a lot of those teams, man, they didn't gain nothing from the championship besides a championship. Like, they didn't gain the notoriety that they probably deserve. And one team that comes to mind is the 2011 Mavericks. They won a championship in 2011 and essentially got no media backing for that championship. It's almost like it went in one eye socket out the other eye socket. Like, like they got no media publicity for it. It was just like, oh yeah, they won. And the same thing happened with the San Antonio Spurs. Like, yeah, they was winning championships, and you would think that, man, the Spurs would be this big time organization, all the championships they was winning, and it just wasn't. You would think, man, Duncan he should be so popular. This should be so popular, and it just wasn't. Like, the branding was even so bad till they deemed them boring. And so that's one thing that Dallas don't want to happen is if Dallas ends up winning the championship this year, you want to capitalize on it on all facets. Yeah, we want to win basketball, but we also want to win the media train as well, where we sell more merch, we sell more merchandise, we sell more tickets, and then it helps us, and it also convinces the city so that we can move, move and get a new arena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So it just came out for us, the NBA franchises, the valuation for 2024. And the new CEO, he was a part of that for Golden State for some time. And so Golden State is now number one for his valuation in the NBA. And actually, they the second in U.S. sports, on behind the Dallas Cowboys. They're valued at $9.14 billion. And the new CEO played a big part in rising from this small market team to being the number one value team in the NBA. And this is over the Lakers and the Knicks, which are storied franchises.
This is what's so crazy. He did it less than 10
Austin
years
in less than 10 years.
because Golden State got going in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And at about 2018, 2019, they was like the most popular thing out there rocking. In a matter of like 6 years, Golden State, everybody was a Golden State fan. Everybody was. It's like, man, when you become a Golden State fan? Like they don't know none of the past Golden State, but they just become a Golden State fan. And so what Dallas is saying, we want some of those bandwagon fans
Facts.
too.
Facts. We need them eyes.
And which was smart. It was smart on his behalf to really kind of move on. Because to be quite frank with you, like when Curry's gone, man, Golden State done. They're done.
Unless they happen to luck up on another
Unless they
guy.
trade for a guy, which I believe they should trade Kuminga and get another star. If they package Kuminga and Paz, whatever his name is, the one that was supposed to be the Clay replacement, if they package him,
Pazinski,
if they package Kuminga, Pazinski, I believe they can get another guy.
Yeah, they better do something fast because it looks like Clay's body is starting to break down on him.
Is it Clay?
I'm not Clay. Steph, my bad. Steph, he's starting to get those injuries. You know what happens when you start to get older and start, your knees and your back, those type of things, those extremity injuries.
Well, it's more so because he has to carry more now.
Right. Like, and I'm just saying, but with him being older, that doesn't help.
They got a team now to where if he don't play well, they don't win.
Or let alone have a chance to win.
Like tonight, they got blew out by Memphis. It wasn't even funny. I think Memphis was about 50 in the third.
Good Lord.
Like it wasn't even funny. I think he only had like 9 points, something like that. Curry.
Whoa. I know I ain't saying this right.
Told you, man.
2.
He had 2 points. Wow.
2.
And what's so crazy about it, like nobody just went off of Memphis either. I think Ja only had like 17.
This is hold on, let me I'm double check this because I can't believe this.
It's not like nobody went crazy. Like nobody had like 40.
Let me check another source because I can't believe it. 2.
And 2 points, man, in 24 minutes.
24 minutes. This
and he only played 24 minutes because in the fourth quarter it was over. It was over.
And then, not saying this is a big deal, but it kind of says a lot. Of course, Draymond, I'm not looking at Draymond as a scorer, but usually he scores something. He went over no rebounds.
I don't know what happened.
No rebounds.
Only person that was kind of playing tonight was Wiggins.
Wiggins had 19. Kuminga had 11, but it was a bad 11. It was on 12 shots.
Only thing I know they probably did was trap Steph on the pickup and just say, "Hey, you just not gonna score tonight." Because that's what it looked like. What happened?
Buddy Hield only had 9.
He's Buddy Hield. Like,
and then Pazinski had 21. But that's probably in garbage time.
They forced others to beat them, and they took the ball out of Curry's hand, and just say, "Hey, Wiggins, you just gonna have to get buckets."
And Schroeder was there, but Schroeder just got there. He only had 5 points, but I cannot believe this. 2 points. Wow. Yeah, Ja only had 9 points.
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have like nobody had a crazy game.
In 17 minutes. That's wow.
Like nobody on Memphis just went crazy. When I went to go look at the box score, nobody on Memphis just like you look at it and you be like, man, let me see if somebody had 40. And you're like, no.
No.
The highest score was 21 points.
Facts. And that was only
Al-
that
Al-
backup bid.
Aldama,
Aldama.
you know, Jaren Jackson had a simple 17 and 6. I mean, they had no spectacular. It was nobody that was just spectacular.
You lost by 51 points. Yeah, I better go get Curry some help because if anybody with a decent team have a decent game, this is kind of what you're looking at.
And that's kind of what would have happened when Dallas played them. It's just the fact that they was just all on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you hate for games like this to happen because teams are going to start playing you like that.
Facts.
Until you prove that you can beat that style of play. Like teams are gonna start trapping you off the screen until you prove like, man, we can kill you like this. We can actually beat you.
Facts.
That's why teams are so hesitant to trap Luka off the screen.
Green.
Because it's like, man, they would dunk us to death.
Yeah. Facts. Lob City.
Like their two bigs would literally have 25 points together.
No, that's facts.
And so, but man, I thought that was crazy.
Wow.
Looking at that, I'm not a Golden State fan, but I bet Golden State fans are pissed.
They say they pretty sick about that there. And then Timberwolves, man, they got spanked today too, 133 to 107 by the Knicks. So I think it was Cat's home going. Cat went 32 and 20.
Cat went off.
Yeah, 32.
But Kel Bridges had a good game. He been playing bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he went off for 29.
Man, they held Ant to 17
on 16 shots. Man, I don't know what's going on tonight, but this not. It's been the night of spankings here, man. Good grief.
Oh, thank you, Trailblazers. Please win.
Yeah, I'm rooting.
The Nuggets right behind. We need them to win, boy, so we can kind of cancel this win out. We cancel this loss out.
But don't count on it, man. Don't count on it. Do not count on it. It's still
Luka,
the Blazers.
Kyrie, man. We need one of y'all to play, dog. We need one of y'all to play, man. Both of you guys sitting out, man, is not good, man.
That can't work. Y'all got to stagger, man.
Like, y'all got to stagger.
Unless it's a serious injury.
You know, all this, my shoulder sore, and I got a little nick on my heel. Like, man, you can put so much tape on that heel, you be fine, bro. Come on, dog. I don't have a heel contusion. I know.
Put some tape on, double them socks up, and get on out there.
Man. You might not be 100, but man, you are helpful.
Facts. Shout out to Cuz on the building, PJ in the building, man.
Shout out, fam.
No, man. Yeah, man. We just gonna chalk it up, man, and move on to the Saturday.
We ain't got no choice, man. We ain't got no choice but to chalk it up, because man, this between kids coaching and the star players want to sit out and sit over there and drink juice. Luka sitting over there drinking green juice, and I'm like, man, I I hate to see star players, man. Don't even come to the arena if you're just not gonna play.
It got to be that should be a rule though, man. Especially if it's something like that, man.
I think you should be
Just
in the locker
stay
room.
home.
Go to the locker room and get treatment.
You get treatment all 48 minutes.
All 48 minutes. Just get treatment, man. Because seeing you sit over there and just drink juice while we struggling out here, I just feel some type of way about that. You walking around the court, clapping. Man, you fine, man. I would have kicked him in the back of his heel.
Let's give you something really be hurt about.
Let's see if you jump. See, I hurt you. Man, I could not be a commentator. Boy, I could not be a commentator, man. Jeez.
Put a hood over his head and draw the strings all the way up there.
I just couldn't be, man, because I don't know how you make $50 million and you sit out for a heel contusion.
Out there, how many days they had off? 4 days.
They had
off?
like 4 days off.
Got to do better.
I don't understand, like, how a heel contusion. Like, you got a little bruise on your heel. I don't know how you sit out. You make $50 million. And then Kyrie was questionable. If you're questionable, man, that means that you was all right. Because if you was really hurting, it would just sit out.
They would have ruled you out from the jump.
He in too much pain. Kyrie over there doing handshakes with everybody. It's like, dude, it showed the fine. If you're able to do 20 handshakes, like, man, you fine.
Your shoulder will fine.
Well, they hate me because man, they hate me as a commentator. Because I asked them, hey, I'm gonna ask them in the break.
No, they gotta do better than this, man.
Like, if I'm kid, I'm like, bro, both of y'all can't sit out, dog. Both of y'all just cannot sit out.
Flip a coin, rock, paper, scissors, or something.
Come here, Luka. Come here, Kai. I would have got Kai and I would chopped him in the shoulder. see how loud he holler. And then I would have kicked Luka in his heel. Whichever one demonstrate the most pain is the one that's gonna sit out tonight.
Man,
the other one can sit out tomorrow. Somebody wouldn't yell. Somebody would been like, "Hey man, what you doing? You playing?
You playing?
You playing? Shut up! You playing?
Shut up!
You liar! Shut up!" I can't get my hands to your face fast enough.
Ooh!
I knew you were lying. Hey kid, man, he playing. Sit somebody else, man. Maxie, you out.
Maxie, yeah. I'm back, coach. No, yeah.
Nah, you out, man. You hurt. What's wrong? And I thought Maxie had a fractured rib. What's going on here?
Man, you know the thing with him, man.
What is going on? Who's lying? Somebody lying.
Man.
They said this man had a fractured rib.
It takes a lot longer than 2 games.
It takes at least 6 weeks to heal from a fractured rib. From a fractured anything. Because you just have to just let it heal back. There's nothing they can go in there and do.
Not that.
It's not like it's a break or something like that. Like, this man had a fractured rib and he missed 2 games and he's back playing. I think they put out there because I think they just didn't want him to play. And they're just like, man, I think you're gonna sit out for a while, man. I think your rib fractured.
Fracture, ain't it?
Nah, coach, I'm fine. It's fractured, right?
It's fractured, right?
Coach, I can play. I'm good.
Boy, oh my gosh, boy, get out my face. Get out my face. I don't want to see you for 2 games.
So, coach, where you going? Coach, where you going with that hammer? I got some ribs. I got some ribs to crack. You got a kid walking through the locker room with a hammer.
You seen Cleveland? Nah, I ain't seen them.
Coach, you out there warming up. Man, somebody tell him come get taped up, man. Coach, he said he already
taped up.
Tell him to come here now.
Here now. He doing a pregame interview. Show.
Here, take this. What you want me to do with the hammer, coach? Put it up.
Put it up. Do whatever you will with it.
Boy, better crack that man real, boy.
He said, Coach tripping. I got your tripping.
Where's my hammer?
Well, she just gave it to him.
So, what's wrong with this team? Doing whatever I say. Boy, he get there and start counting. Let me see. Which rib? Which rib on my head?
got a random X-ray up there.
Got an X-ray of an animal. Coach, I don't think that's the same.
Shut up. Shut up. You want me to break your rib?
Pal, come here. Let me see your rib. Let's practice on you. Let me fracture you first.
Ain't like you gonna play. Ain't like you gonna play.
But I just thought that was weird, guys. I thought that was very weird. It popped up because he was like, he's sick. He had an illness, and then it was like, okay, now the next day it was like he got a fractured rib. And I was like, how? He's not even playing. What did he do to get a fractured rib?
Ain't like he was out there fighting or nothing.
Well, I'm saying he was already missing games, and then like he's not playing, and then on the next injury report, it's like, oh, he got a fractured rib. And I was like, how? He wasn't even playing.
Man, they gotta do better with the injuries, man. You gotta make it something more believable. And then he ain't got like no padding on or nothing under his
nothing on. He never winced one time getting hit.
Yeah, none of that. You gonna feel all, especially if you're a post player down there, you're gonna feel something.
You're not gonna
play something.
It's gonna be hard to play with a fractured rib. It's gonna be hard
because you have problems breathing.
Your breathing's gonna hurt every time you inhale, exhale. It's gonna hurt because your rib cage is gonna be collapsing in, and then every time somebody runs into you, it's gonna hurt. But man, I don't know. I just think there was some behind the scenes stuff, and it could have been Nico. It probably wasn't even kid. Probably Nico.
Yeah, Nico got something in the works, man. Shout out to Nico. Yeah, he probably got something in the works, man. Trying to keep a bubble on him a little bit so he can get him out of here.
I pray he does, boy. Cause man, that guy there, man, he don't need to be playing.
I don't know what happened, but he's not the same.
He only be playing, man. Dallas looking to some guys, and Um, what you feel about? Was you trading for Kevin Love?
Yeah, because Kevin Love gonna give you something, and then he's a veteran. He's proven at the highest level. He brings another uh person that's gonna play with poise in tight situations. Can shoot the three still.
Yeah, you just need somebody that can spell time. Like
Right.
when I put you in there, like even if it's just for 7 minutes, like I can trust you for 7 minutes.
Yes,
Um,
I would. Yeah, I would go. I would trade him for that for Kevin Love.
reason why I say because I think you can get him for fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Right, you might can get him for a maxi in the second round. Right, have a guy come in, you know he can light the thing up from outside.
Mm-hmm.
He can rebound. Somehow he can rebound. He's always been a good rebounder.
Yeah, he has a knack for it, man. He has a real knack for it.
And he can pass.
Facts.
So he's bringing a skill set that, I think that'll be phenomenal. You got somebody who can stretch the floor, someone
Mm-hmm.
he can, if he get a mismatch, he can post.
Facts.
He can pass, so I think he'll be a good locker room guy.
Yep.
Him and Kyrie already, know each other.
Yeah.
So
that's another camaraderie that you can bring on. Yeah, bring them on, man, for sure.
I just think I think for all the other things, I think it's just gonna want too much. Like we was looking at Herb Jones, they were like, "Yeah, we want Maxey, Gafford, and Harney and a pick." Like, wait a minute, whoa. We asked you for Herb. We asked you for Herb Jones. We we didn't ask you for Dominique Wilkins. You trying to gut the whole team, man. Like, man, dude, jeez.
No, but they high, boy. They high.
Man, y'all doing that now. Zion, we finna close, guys. But I got to just say this. Zion, we're not gonna trade for you, bro. I know you picked us as one of your destinations.
No, sir.
I can't take it, man. You see how I talk about Luka and Kyrie being out. You can only imagine the things I would say.
No, sir. We'll have a whole hour on you
for missing. I think you only played 6 games this season. Like that's ridiculous.
Because you like to eat.
Because you just can't push away from the beignets and the daiquiris. And then you talking about, oh, Dallas is a fun city. I don't want to go to now, dog.
That's we got food up here. We got food here. No, sir.
You don't need to be in Texas at all because I know you're gonna be in Dallas and Houston.
You gonna have people driving from Houston, bringing them stuff.
You need to stay out of Texas.
You go to just a harsh city. You ain't got nothing there.
Go to Indiana. Go somewhere, Utah, Minnesota. Just go somewhere where they just not known for food. You need to go somewhere, Toronto. Like, just go somewhere. I know Toronto, they brag about the hookers up there, so you don't need to go there because you got a problem there.
Yeah, you got an affinity for them there.
So don't go there. But just don't come here. Like, we don't want you.
No, man, that'll go counterculture to what we're building here, man, and what we have here already.
And Kyrie will be okay. I just don't think Luka could take it.
No, that's gonna piss Luka off.
Because like once they get on the road and then you talking about you out. Hey, man.
That was one of the issues with Porzingis.
Like he would play good for like 3-4 games and then he'll miss like 6 games. He'll be like, golly. Like, dude.
Are you in or you out?
man, how many games he gonna miss? And then it's just like, bro, like, and then you create a rhythm without him, and then when he comes back, now you're trying to
Go back to your
incorporate,
role.
yeah, you're trying to incorporate him in, and it's just difficult. Like, man, we don't learn how to play without you because you miss so many games.
Facts.
And so it's a tough thing. Rick Carlisle couldn't take it. He just was fed up. He was fed up with KB. He was just like, I just can't take it. KP was, he's a good player, man. He just availability.
Cause he out now.
He's out now. Like his availability, and the Celtics got spanked by the Bulls tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Levine went off.
And they had a lot of their key players, Tatum and Brown, that was there. So I don't know. They ain't looking as invincible as they was.
I don't let them tell me, man. They still think they're invincible, man. These what so-called analysts.
I mean, they're a great team. Don't get me wrong, but like they ain't like last year. They looked unbeatable. Like you looked at them like, man, I don't know, we didn't beat them. I was happy we got one game. I was like, oh yeah, we got one. Don't sweep us in the finals. don't want that on us. Put that on your jacket.
No, you don't want that on your jacket, man. That's ugly there. You don't get that
want that on your jacket. I think Luka might go down as one of the only players to never be swept.
So far he hasn't. He's always gotten at least one.
He's never been swept in a playoff series. But man, we getting ready to close out of here, man. We'll be back on here, man. Saturday, man. I hope that we can and then man, keep tuned, man. We'll be locked in, man, ready, loaded, man. We really gonna be live, man, when the Christmas game comes. So man, lock in, man. Like, remember to like, share, and subscribe as well.
No, most definitely, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Appreciate the new subscribers, man. Make sure on y'all way out, y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button again, man. Follow us on our social medias, man. Also, man, on tomorrow, man, check out our reactions channel, man. It is gonna be one for the books on our Let That Be Known podcast reaction channel. And make sure y'all subscribe to that as well, man. But we appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Till next time.
Peace out.
Peace.
The Blazers stole